When asked the question about who he felt best exemplified the American Bully breed, he gave the answer of Muscle Tones Magoo. And for those of you that are new, I'm gonna show you who Muscle Tones Magoo is. Look at the dome, look at the neck, look at the spread, look at the bone. The boy was incredible. He was a dog that was ahead of his time. And when you put things into perspective, right, because he says that he was a dog that he would breed to, obviously we know how that turned out. He ended up producing Demon Boy and the rest is history, right?
Confusion in the bully community when it comes to the standard, the new standard, the main standard of the breed. What is your definition of our standard of the American Bully as a whole, not by class, as a whole, and what are the judges exactly looking for?
There is a lot of confusion, and there's even a lot of confusion in the verbiage of saying the new standard versus the old standard. Truth be told, there wasn't very many changes in the standard whatsoever. We have your four varieties: your classic, pocket, XL, and standard. And those are your four varieties. The basic standard to all of them really didn't change at all. We made some of the flaws, serious flaws, we tightened up the standard. The only difference we had was in the verbiage. In the verbiage, we felt that this is it is an extreme breed. It is a breed of mass. It's always been a breed of mass. And us as the original breeders, we were always trying to push the boundaries. Our feeling was to put as much bone, substance, head, muscle on the dogs that we could possibly do without the dog falling apart, without it hindering its movement, hindering its health and things like that. So we were breeding a breed like that is a difficult breed because you're asking for things that is a very fine line, because you're trying to put as much on something without tearing it down, and it's a very, very fine line when you're doing something like that.
So you heard it from the man himself. This interview was conducted in the year 2022, and look at the answer he gave. The vision of the American Bully was always to push the boundary without making the dog fall apart. So for those of you that have told me, well, that's not the way of the American Bully and that's never what it was intended to be, this is the man who was the founder of Razor's Edge saying this. And if you look at the dogs that he had in his program, he's always had this type of bully in his program. So for those of you that say that, oh, that's not what the breed is supposed to be, hey, listen, this is what it is. I mean, at this point, instead of us just talking about it, is either we get with it or we just say, you know what, it is what it is, and go to a different breed. I mean, at this point, I'm just hearing this interview and I'm just like, he's spot on. And obviously, as you saw earlier from the year 2015, Dave Wilson breeding to Muscle Tones Magoo, his detailed explanation of Muscle Tones Magoo, this really is not a shock to me. And it shouldn't be a shock to all of you now after hearing this. So let's get into the next clip.
As far as now, what's being chosen over what's not being chosen, let me explain a couple of things that a lot of people don't understand. Again, we can refer to breed type or however you want to word it. Basically, what that means is it's what when you look at a dog, it's what identifies. It's unique identification that tells you this is this breed or this is this variety. So you should be able to look at a dog and identify what breed that dog is by unique traits of that breed. That's breed. It's basically features and characteristics of a dog that are unique to that dog that identify that breed as that breed. To me, that is the most important thing prior to everything else. Because if you can't look at the dog and identify what breed it is, or identify what variety it is, then that dog is not a representation of the breed. It's not good at all. So a lot of people go in the ring sometimes and they have these dogs like, this dog didn't have this flaw, or this dog didn't have this flaw. However, the dog didn't possess the traits that identify it to the breed type. That's a bigger issue altogether. Because you should be able to look at a dog and say, this is an American Bully, this is a Schnauzer, this is, you should be able to. And the reason you know these breeds is because you know these unique identifying traits that represent that breed. So if your dog doesn't carry those traits, it doesn't matter how great it is and everything else, it makes no difference. Because if it doesn't look like what it's supposed to look like, if it doesn't have breed type, if it doesn't have those strong identifying traits of that breed, that dog shouldn't even be considered. And a lot of people don't understand that, and that's why we have sketches saying this is what it's supposed to look like. If you're bringing me a dog with a pointy, snipey muzzle, that's not a true characteristic of the American Bully. That's a terrier trait. So you could have a great top line after that. You could have this, that, great. But the fact that you have a head that doesn't represent this breed, that's a big flaw right there. You shouldn't be considered.
All right, you guys, so that wraps up the last clip I'm going to be using for this video. Follow my man's Rob for Cinema Bullies so you can catch that entire interview. I actually just don't want to get caught for any copyright infringement, any of that other stuff, even though I have permission from Rob, and I want to keep this video in a timely fashion as I can. But, you know, I played that clip in the previous video that I did in the ABKC Nationals, but now when you look at it, right? I mean, come on now. Look at the year 2015 compared to now. The answers have remained consistent, and we're still in the same state of flux that we were in the year 2015. I mean, at this point, I'm just gonna be honest. We have to get better. The breed has to take it up a notch, and that's what it is. They want bone, they want a dog with substance. If you have a terrier-esque dog, you're not gonna win. That's just what it is. And this is what, you know, I know people may say, well, you know, there's no such thing as breed evolved and we were good. And I know I said that a little bit earlier, but this is the thing. This breed needs to have mass to win. And those are all of our answers right there. And I needed to bring these clips to the light because, you know, I've had some people come down my neck for what my opinion was. But the thing was, I was just telling you my experiences. Now this is actual factual proof that's coming from the man himself, explaining everything that I've been saying. So, you know, at this point, it just is what it is. And like I said, that interview, that first interview, the entirety of it, you can catch on Muscle Tones Bashar's YouTube page. All you got to do is just put Muscle Tones Bashar and Dave Wilson interview. It'll pop up on the YouTube engine. And like I said, follow my man's Rob for Cinema Bullies on all platforms. Go to his YouTube channel. He has the complete interview there. I want to say he broke it down into 3 parts, and the links are going to be in my bio. So once again, thank you for tuning in. Please don't forget to like, comment, and sub to the channel. Check off the bell notification icon to become part of the family. And with that being said, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I wanted to do things a little bit different, and I wanted certain things to come to the light, because at this point, it's all about creating the best American Bully that we can and really making this breed come into the limelight and to really just shine out there, you know, because you know how much I love this breed. But with that being said, have a blessed day, everybody. Enjoy it, and we'll catch you on the next one. We're up and out of here.
Speedy, baby.